Have you ever come back from a walk, doing the activity everyone calls the perfect workout, and still felt like your legs were made of lead? That deep fatigue, that stubborn ache, as though your body is straining just to keep you moving forward? You're in good company, and listen, it's not a sign you're doing something wrong. For decades, we've been taught that walking is the complete answer for staying fit as we get older. But today, I want to let you in on a little-known fact most health professionals don't bring up. There's a muscle tucked away in your lower leg that researchers have nicknamed your built-in backup heart. And if that muscle is dormant, which it often is, particularly past 60, then walking, standing, and keeping your balance feel much more difficult than they should. Your vitality dips, your ankles puff up, your steadiness slips away. But here's the hopeful part. This natural powerhouse isn't missing. It's only needing a restart. Today, I'll walk you through how to turn it back on using 3 easy, gentle motions you can do in your own home. No special gear, no strain, and no trip to a fitness center. Stay with me through each part, because every exercise prepares you for the next. By the finish, you won't only feel more capable, you'll feel re-energized from your feet upward. Before we begin, tell us your name and your hometown in the comments. We're excited to know who's joining. Now, let's begin. Movement 1. Heel lift while seated. Awaken your backup heart. Why this gentle action makes all the difference. If your legs ever feel puffy by the end of the day, or if you found it tricky to rise from a seat without a little shake, this first step could be the shift you've been looking for. Because deep within your calves is an overlooked engine almost nobody considers, a mighty muscle named the soleus. It might not seem like much from the outside, but what it does for you is truly remarkable. Experts and heart doctors are now referring to the soleus as your second heart. The reason? Each time it tightens, it pushes blood upward from your legs toward your heart, defying gravity, easing swelling, and improving your circulation. And after 60, when blood flow naturally slows and muscles lose some vigor, this pump often goes unused. Here's the thing. Ordinary walking just gently nudges this muscle. Today, we're going to fully rouse it, right from the stability of your favorite chair. This move isn't dramatic. You won't get out of breath. But it will spark a link between your legs, your mind, and your energy levels in a manner that walking or simple stretching can't match. And the best piece? This is where steadiness takes root. If you want to feel more sure-footed when you walk, stand, or go about your day, we start right here, side by side. How to perform it takes just 2 minutes. Sit upright in a solid chair, feet planted flat, knees bent at a right angle. Rest your hands softly on your knees, or hold 2 light water bottles for a subtle press downward. Keep the fronts of your feet firmly on the ground. Gradually raise both heels as high as is comfortable. Sense that tightening in the back of your calves. Hold briefly at the top for 1 to 2 seconds. Then with care, lower your heels back down to the floor. Don't let them slump. Do this 10 to 15 times, once or twice daily. This modest, precise motion turns on the soleus and trains it to do its true job, moving blood, aiding balance, and revitalizing your whole lower body. Why it matters, the real impact. Every lift is more than motion. It's a message. You're telling your nervous system, this muscle is important. Switch on. Hold me up. As circulation gets better, many people notice less leg tiredness or that weighted feeling, reduced puffiness around the ankles, more get up and go through the day. A clearer, surer connection to the floor when walking. This is the start of something greater than routine exercise. It's rediscovering strength you didn't realize was still within reach. And it all begins with this focused, repeated movement. A quick note of care. This is a very mild exercise, but if you have a recent history of blood clots, DVT, painful, severe varicose veins, any sudden or sharp pain in your calf, please check with your physician first. A simple revolution, right in your chair. In 2 minutes, you've stirred a muscle that acts as your inner anchor, your backup heart. Now that it's alert, we can start building from there. Don't downplay the strength in this quiet start. Sometimes the most subtle motions bring the most meaningful shifts, especially when they're done with clear purpose. Ready for step 2? In the next exercise, we'll take this same energy into a standing position. This is where gravity meets your growing strength, and you take back command. Let's rise together. Movement 2. Calf lift, while standing from weight to power. Why this builds more than muscle. There's a quiet instant in daily life that reveals more about your body than any lab result. It's the moment you get up and feel slightly unsteady on your feet. Maybe it's a faint sway, a pause before that first step. Maybe your hand naturally reaches for a table or the wall. You think, it's just my age. But somewhere inside you ask, is this how it will always be? It doesn't have to be. Because within your lower legs lies a mechanism made to resist gravity itself. A system that, when engaged, can restore that silent assurance you once felt whenever you stood up straight. This isn't about bulking up or hardcore training. This is about showing your balance system how to activate when it counts, while standing, walking, or reaching for something up high. In the first movement, we woke up your backup heart, the mighty soleus pump. Now, it's time to take that awakening and teach it to function in real life, standing, bearing weight, and full of intention. This next move is where strength meets steadiness, and more importantly, it's where you regain stability starting from your foundation. How to perform it? Stand facing a solid surface like a kitchen counter or a sturdy chair. Rest both hands lightly on the surface, just for reassurance, not to hold you up. Keep feet about hip-width apart, toes facing ahead. Transfer a little weight toward the fronts of your feet. Slowly raise both heels as high as feels comfortable. Pause at the top. Notice your calf muscles engaging as they hold your body's weight. Gradually lower your heels back down with control, as if setting down something delicate. Repeat 10 to 15 times. Helpful tip: you can do this twice daily. Once in the morning to energize your legs, and once in the evening to ease any swelling and reset your equilibrium. Why it works: this action activates both the soleus and the gastrocnemius, the inner and outer engines of your calf. But even more significant is what occurs in your nervous system. Each lift and lower trains the nerves around your ankles, knees, and hips to perceive your body's position in space, a skill called proprioception. The better your body senses itself, the more automatic and accurate your balance grows. And unlike walking, which only partially uses these muscles, this move takes them through their full motion, which builds durable, lasting strength, pumps out pooled fluid from your feet, sends energy back toward your heart, trains your ankles to manage your weight with precision, not luck. This is how you help your body trust itself again. Who should adapt? Please skip or adjust this move. If you recently had foot or ankle surgery, feel lightheaded when upright, have serious balance concerns or fear falling without support. If that's you, Continue with the seated version from movement 1 and speak with your physical therapist before advancing. From unsteady to firm. This exercise may appear basic, but its effect is deep. With each conscious lift, you're telling your body, I am not unsteady. I am restoring my strength. You are building tiny adjustments, greater confidence, and a base that doesn't just carry your weight, it carries your life. Next, we'll take everything you've developed so far and go even further, tapping into a hidden muscle most people never engage. And that could be the final piece for lasting steadiness. Are you set for the next level? Let's dive deeper. Movement 3. Bent knee, heel, raise. One leg. Switch on your deep stabilizer. The overlooked muscle that keeps you upright without you knowing. There's a split second most of us miss, the moment your body determines whether it will stay balanced or begin to tip. It doesn't occur when you stride forward. It happens in the tiny weight transfers, standing on one foot to pull on a shoe, stepping onto a sidewalk ledge. And if your body's built-in stability network isn't fully online, that's when stumbles occur. But what if you learned there's a secret muscle deep in your calf that plays the lead role in whether you stay on your feet or not? It's not the visible calf muscle. That one is more for bursts of speed. The real anchor of balance is a deeper, slower, enduring muscle called the soleus. And this final movement is how we teach it to activate as it was meant to, carrying you through life with quiet might. We call this the bent knee heel raise. But it's far more than a lift. It's a recalibration of your stability network. It's where you stop depending on momentum and start depending on muscular wisdom. This is the gap between walking with doubt and moving with quiet assurance. Let's awaken the part of you that's been quietly ready to hold you steady. How to perform it. Slow, focused, purposeful. Stand behind a solid chair or counter. Hold lightly for support. Shift your weight onto your right leg and raise your left foot just an inch off the floor behind you. Now here's the essential part. Gently bend your right knee. Not a deep bend, just a soft, athletic angle. From here, slowly lift your right heel as high as is comfortable. Pause at the top and feel the activation deep in your lower leg, closer to your ankle than earlier moves. With full control, slowly lower your heel back to the floor. Do 8 to 12 repetitions on the right side, then switch legs. Tip: keep the knee slightly bent the whole time. This shifts effort from the surface calf to the deep soleus, your true posture muscle. With this changes your foundation. When your knee is straight, your body naturally uses the gastrocnemius, the showy outer calf muscle. But when you bend the knee, you take that muscle offline. That requires your soleus, the deep endurance muscle, to take over. Why is this important? Because the soleus is built for support, not sprinting. It's filled with slow twitch fibers that are made for prolonged stability. Resistant to wearing out, crucial for proper ankle and knee alignment. Linked directly to your balance control system. Most people over 60 have a sleeping soleus. It isn't weak, it's just neglected. This move reminds your nervous system that it's still present, still strong, and still able to keep you steady when it matters most. And here's the real insight. You don't need greater strength. You need more intelligent strength. This is where you develop it. Who should proceed with care? Avoid or modify this move if you have significant balance difficulty, can't stand on one foot with support. Recently had ankle or Achilles tendon surgery. Feel intense pain when bending the knee. If you're uncertain, Try it with both feet down and only a small lift, or talk to your doctor first. From shaky to smart, you've just practiced something most people never even hear about. You activated a hidden balance mechanism, a muscle that's been quietly supporting your posture since you were young, and could be the missing connection to confident, independent movement in your later years. This move isn't only about your legs, it's about how you navigate life with stability, assurance, and command. Coming up, we'll tie everything together and discuss how these 3 exercises work as a team, and the common item you might wear daily that quietly undermines all your progress. Let's close this out strong. You've just taken back something significant. What you did today reaches well beyond just 3 moves. You revived a part of your body most people never realize they have. A powerful internal muscle that circulates blood, upholds posture, and quietly guards your balance each day. That's not just exercise, that's independence. At this point in life, it's easy to assume decline is unavoidable, that shaky legs, sluggish steps, and swelling are simply the way it is. But today, you showed that small, deliberate effort can shift your path. You didn't need a fitness studio. You didn't need complex gear. All you needed was your attention, your breath, and a decision to move. These 3 movements, seated, standing, and deep activation, create a foundation. A personal practice, a way of declaring, I still have authority, I still have vitality, I still choose to support myself from the ground up. And that's something no pill or gadget can offer, only you can. So if you felt something change today, even slightly, leave a comment below and type, "Back up, heart awake." Let's create a community around what we can do, not our age. Around ability, not limits. Your path to strength didn't stop at 60. In many ways, it's now truly starting. Stay steady. Stay strong. And always remember, you're not losing your power. You're learning a new way to channel it.